This woman, noticing the man staring into her abyss, not only wasn't angry, but instead told him to look a little longer if he wanted.
뭐, 저 착하네. 그지? 내가 볼 땐 이게 더 쓸만한데.
Then, she used her beautiful legs to ignite his already itchy heart, adding fuel to the fire. Completely absorbed in the moment, the man was oblivious to the subtle change in the woman's expression. The next second, little did the man know that inside his beautiful exterior lived a grown man. Old Poo was originally a gangster boss who unfortunately lost his life in a car accident. But when he opened his eyes, he suddenly found that his small brother of decades had vanished, and that he now had 2 heavy breasts on his chest. Only then did he realize that he had become a woman that he stared at the colorful women's clothes in the closet, his scalp tingling. But he had to wear them when he went out. It was his first time wearing high heels, and he could barely walk. He staggered from side to side, and the few thin ropes that made up his underwear made his buttocks hard. As a result, he lost his balance and fell forward, landing right in the arms of a strange man.
너 신하냐?
The man looked at the hand that was still on his chest and smiled in a wicked and ambiguous way. Neither of them recognized the other as their brother who had died and been reborn together. He wandered back to his old territory only to find that a month had passed and his restaurant had been completely transformed, even becoming his mortal enemy's territory. He interrogated his mortal enemy about
너 내가 누군 줄 알면 당장 접시물에 코 박고 싶을 텐데.
네가 누군지. 나가 지금 코를 받고 싶은 것은 귀여운 입술?
for trouble. You see, old Piao stuck his finger in his nemesis's nostril with pinpoint accuracy. Then with all his might, he dug out 10 years' worth of accumulated boogers. His nemesis was instantly enraged and about to retaliate when old Piao jumped onto the table with a disdainful look. Because dealing with these 6 good-for-nothings was a piece of cake for him, he struck a pose as if he were ready to settle the score. Then, with a few punches and kicks, she beat a group of little columns to a pulp, finishing them off with a stylish sidekick. It felt like she hadn't even warmed up yet. Unfortunately, everything just now was just a fantasy. In reality, this was the case. The thugs laughed hysterically, marveling at how cute this little girl was. At this moment, she finally realized that after becoming a woman, her fighting ability was completely destroyed. Fortunately, the other party didn't hold it against her. They just casually groped her a couple of times, and then threw her out the door, just as he was in a sorry state. A familiar voice came from the alley. He went
외상값은 딴 데 가서 알아봐라.
야, 너 이리 와. 들어와, 들어와.
to tears. As he cried, he slowly pulled him into his arms. Just as he was immersed in the deep brotherly affection, he suddenly felt that his brother's hands seemed to be getting more and more restless. This isn't some deep affection. It's clearly lust-driven. You even dared to take advantage of your older brother. You've got some nerve, young man.